Guess what I wanted to ask you since you're here. I don't know if you ever spoke on it. The Billy Sorrell shit. Like,
I'm slapping the shit out of him as soon as I see him. And I just want to be clear. I'm going to square up. No, I'm not going to knock him out from behind. I'm going to say, hey, Billy, I'm here. And then we're going to fight.
Want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate you tuning in to Fuck Your Feelings podcast, the greatest podcast that's ever existed. Make sure y'all hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you tuned in to podcast. Hey, man, let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fuck Your Feelings podcast, the greatest podcast that's ever existed, man. This is going to be a great episode.
It is.
I feel it in my spirit. We got amazing comedians, man. We got London Brown, Josh Nasar, Ocean. How do you pronounce? I always feel like I'm gonna fuck up his last name.
With his last name.
Wait, Nasar?
Yeah, I'll go Nasar.
You're the first person that's ever said it right in history.
Me?
Yeah. Yes, Mr.
Exactly.
Mazers, Mr. Master, Mr. Nasar. You're the only person that said it right.
That's crazy.
It is so is Josh what? Just want to make sure.
Josh Nasar.
No,
Nasar. Yeah, I knew that, but I always feel like I'm gonna fuck up your last
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Glapion.
Glapion. See,
Yeah.
it's the Glapion.
Yeah.
See, I would have said Glapion.
Yeah.
I always think
This is when everyone turns off this podcast.
Galpin. Galpin. I thought it was Galpin. I
Is
literally for 20 years I
Galpin?
thought it was Galpin.
You didn't know that the L before
I
the
didn't read it ever.
I never understand people. I go Glapion and they go, oh, G-A-L. And I'm like, I've been to public school. I know L before A is Glap. I mean, I don't understand.
What's the heritage background on that?
It's French. I'm Creole. So yeah,
okay.
from New Orleans.
You Beyonce.
Yeah. You know, Southern kid. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, we got, we just talking, you know what I'm saying? But we have to discuss the Will and Jada
Let's go.
and Chris Rock. For now, say, anybody that didn't see the Oscars or at the clips online, Chris Rock, what y'all think about that? Chris Rock said the joke, the G.I. Jane joke. Will Smith walked up.
I'm white. I have no comment.
That's the angle.
That's the angle right
really
there.
that's really where it's at.
I support everybody.
You know what? No, because the thing about it is, I think that there's so many different sizes, but the way my personality is, if I saw you getting tight at the show, I would have said, Justin, hold on, man, slow down, process. And I would have slowed you down to breathe. Now, I'm not telling you not to do anything. I'm just telling you, before you do it, let me slow you down as a friend, just so you can give you some time to think about what you want to do.
You talking about for us the slap?
As far as the him being mad before to consider the slap. If I saw Justin, I'm like, if I just my boy, and I'm like, yo, I see his nose flaring up, I see his eyes getting red. I say, hold on, Justin, it's a big night for you. Slow down.
See, I don't think that's what happened. I think that
Right.
Jada looked at him and was like, why are you laughing? And then he got mad from there because he laughed at the joke.
Right. I agree.
So there's no way, like, you can't go. First of all, we don't even, like, Chris didn't know what he was going to do. Like, he was like, oh, he's going to come up here and maybe yell at me. But exactly.
The laugh before.
He didn't know. No, he didn't know he was going to. So you just didn't have any fucking clue what was going to happen.
Right, but I'm saying in that moment when, let's say, if it was her, him, and then me as my boy, or even, and I'm saying it as I'm playing her part,
Right.
But let's just say if it was my boy, and either one of y'all, I would have been like, yo, hold on, let's just before you slow down. Now, again, I understand that she hit him with the look, and all that went down. Any one of my friends finna get into anything, I'm the guy that's saying, yo, hold on, wait, calm down, Justin. Let me just chill. That's my role in any of my friendships, to slow people down. Because I know sometimes you just need that because of all the stuff you got going on that we don't know about. I'm just a friend that slow you down and just say, think about it. That's all.
Right. Will Smith slap y'all niggas live at the Oscars. What are y'all gonna do?
I'd say this too. Before anything,
So you back in it with the white says?
Before anything, it's sad.
Yeah.
No joke. Before anything, like,
Which part?
I've loved all of it. The whole damn thing. It's sad. I've loved Chris, his talent, everything. I don't know him personally, but Will, I don't know him personally, but it's just sad that happened. Like, people are like getting angry, but man, that's like that. How many people are involved? How many people are affected? Like,
Okay,
on a
but
deeper
let
level.
me tell you, that slap was not for Chris Rock.
Right.
That
Right.
slap
Yeah.
was for the internet talking shit about Will and Jada,
Facts.
which is their fault because they put their business out there. So you can't get mad at people talking shit about you when you're putting your business out there. Like I joke on stage, like I'm tired of Will and Jada. Even before this happened, I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that you didn't have sex with Jay or didn't have sex with this many girls. I don't care. Like they put their business out there. So that slap wasn't for Chris. Chris just was the person closest, right, to slap him. Like, you know what I mean? That was for the internet.
That was for the internet. That was for August Alsina.
That was for all of that.
That was for any nigga that's ever smashed that he let slide because of whatever agreement they have. That's for all them dudes.
That's who it was for. It wasn't for Chris. So that's why I think Chris isn't as mad. Because if it was just some regular, then he smacked, you'd be like, okay, damn. But I think Chris realizes like that smack was for everybody that Will has been mad at over these last 2, 3, 4 years.
This is why I felt bad for Chris initially off top, because I know his whole life he's been bullied. That's the DNA makeup of Chris Rock. He talks about how he was bullied by getting bused to white schools, spit on, beat up, all of that stuff. And I know since the pandemic, he's been in therapy. Like he openly talks. He had like 3 therapists.
This is Chris Rock?
Chris Rock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So even like recently, he's been in therapy and he realized about all the childhood trauma, how that affected him to this day. And so that's why I was like, damn, I was like, he got bullied as a kid. Now he is 56, 57 years old, basically getting bullied live in front of, bruh. And people like, well, he gonna be all right, his ticket sales. And I said, yeah, I get all that. I said, but he's a man first. And I'm like, there's only a few people in history that has experienced that level of humiliation. I'm talking like him and Monica Lewinsky. You see what I'm saying? We can't even fathom that level of humiliation. But I tell you one thing. So people's like, well, why he didn't hit the dude back? Why he hit Will back? I'm like, it's either 1, 2 things for me. He's so accustomed to getting bullied when he was a child. He's like, nigga, yeah, this is what happened. Like, I got slapped and punched. And or he's been going to therapy and he knows, he's wise enough to know that what's ever going on, that wasn't about him. That's about what's ever going on within Will, like you just said.
Yeah. I think he's been around white people too long. And
Chris Rock?
Yeah, because when Will smacked him, he said his whole name. He was like, oh, shit, Will Smith. And that's how white people tell.
That's how white people tell.
William Smith just smacked me.
It's actually Willard. It's Willard
Smith.
But the flip is, to even counter that, but the black side of him was the side. There's no people talking about suing. That's so not a black thing to do.
Exactly.
Right.
So when people are talking, I'm like, that's why I mean, of course you can chime in because you can do what we want to do. Yeah. But I did appreciate.
And then we'll beat your fucking ass.
No, but I was able to appreciate you just saying like, yo, I'm just kind of honest, because I think part of that is because that event. I think a lot of people who attend that event that are non-black feel like it's their event and we are invited. So if they feel like we are invited, then it's like, you know, look what they've come, we've let them in, and this is how they perform here. We get into a fight. And if that's the case, it's like, that's why it's like, yo, no, this is just let us deal with this within our family situation. This is some black on brother, and they got to work out some stuff. Hold on, we got this. He's going through some stuff. He took it on the chin, and it's like, I feel like it's an internal thing, even though it was public.
Yeah.
I feel like, for people to come out that are not associated with this group, right. I was like, yo, talking about suing, that's not what we do. We don't.
I can't get this nigga Chris laugh out of my head right before. Like he didn't know what was about to happen.
He did not know what was about to happen.
Hey, can we talk about how this nigga has the greatest chin in the history? He didn't grab his face. He didn't black out. Like he took it. Like, bruh.
That's why it makes it almost seem like it was fake, because he didn't move.
Right.
Hey, what would you have done? Because I've talked to my therapist yesterday, and I said, unfortunately, where I'm at in my spiritual growth, I'm more like Will. I'm more like, I get angry. I think in that moment, I don't know anything, but he didn't see anything, his past, his present, his future. He was reacting.
Right.
Whereas, and I don't know if Chris is this evolved, but he saw everything because he had several opportunities when he was hit, and then when Will said 1, and then Will said 2, and he didn't react. Like, that's a pro. And unfortunately, where I'm at, I would have been reactive. I'm trying to get more towards not reacting.
I'm going to tell y'all after y'all finish.
I feel like Chris was in shock. Like he had no, like even when he was like, keep my wife's name, and Chris was like, all right. At first he said, because he tried to justify, he's like, it's a G.I. Jane joke, bro. Like, right. And he was like, and he's like, all right, I will. Because like, you're just in shock. Like, and like you said, it goes back to, I didn't even know he was bullied as a child.
Oh, yeah.
But it goes back to that, like, okay, now Will ain't no small dude.
We don't know what was in his head. His actions said he just kept his composure.
No, his actions said he didn't know what the fuck just happened.
I'm gonna be honest. Will Smith slapped me on TV. He gonna have to beat my ass because I'm fighting, bro.
That's where I'm at. I don't want to be like that. Everything
would click in me. My homeboys know me. I would see red, bro, because I don't tolerate disrespect. I just can't. I can't, bro. So it's one thing if he would have yelled from stage, keep my wife's name, I would have been like, all right, bro, all right. I ain't mean to cross the line. That okay. I would be like, you got it. You got it. But the moment a slap would have happened, I would have seen red, bro.
Even now, like looking at how Chris acted, and how
I would have took the mic stand and threw it through that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get to the level where I don't have to.
I want to hear London.
Because he wasn't disrespecting Chris, really. It really wasn't that.
No, it was. Chris Rock was disrespected.
When the contact was made.
Hey. But it had nothing to do with Chris, probably.
Absolutely.
Right, but so that's why it feels like, dang. Well,
yo, hold on. Excuse me, gentlemen. Something's wrong with London's mic.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
There it is. All right.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
So, that's the thing. It like he said, when it was longest conversation, it's like, we all, fortunately, we all do stand up. So it's like, we know we cool. We can talk and you can say what you say and I say what I say. We still in the comedy atmosphere. But when it get physical, when you start coming on the stage, you're crossing now another dimension of a line. So, as far as, I think that what he did was, I think he took it well. But I think that's also part of being in control, as far as, even though, yes, he got hit, but now you have a split decision. Am I going to punch back? Once that moment is gone, because you can't go chasing them, that's going to look crazy.
Ocean is saying, though, he didn't think it was a split decision. Ocean, am I right? You're saying it was shock.
See, so for me, all of this is after the hindsight. We could talk about it afterwards. But in that moment, you did not know what the fuck was going to happen. So you could say you're going to do this.
Right.
We've never seen this before.
Right. Fact.
So it's all afterwards. Yeah, I would have motherfucker. But at the point, which has never happened, and you don't think of Will Smith. You don't have any idea what Will Smith is going to do. Right. Because it's like,
you think this nigga made rap to you?
Yeah, it's Will Smith.
Right.
Like for real. Like I'm not like, Justin, if you came and walked up on the stage and smacked me, I would have been like, Justin just smacked me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
It would be like
that's
that.
True.
Like,
I can see
this
that.
This nigga just smacked me. Like, okay, should I finish? Should I fight? Like you said, I can't go and chase him.
That would have looked crazy.
Will Smith was 6'2".
Would you have chased him?
This is what my homeboy said, and this is true. Will Smith is a trained fighter. And if you look at the footage, after he slapped him, he got his other hand ready for the block. So you see what I'm saying? Will Smith was, so if you go back and look, Will slapped and then he kind of steps in case Chris was to counter with his right hand. He was go block it and knock this nigga the fuck out. Will was ready. You see what I'm saying? I would have I promise you, I know me. If I would have got slapped, I would have leaped on this nigga.
Imagine those memes.
Imagine
on his back.
Like a koala bear. Like a koala bear on a pencil.
Like a lemur. I would have leaped on him like a lemur.
But then imagine.
I would have bit him. I would have did all. I would have scratched it. I would have fucking licked this nigga earlobe. Nigga. I would have did it.
See, you have there's no win for you in that, because
I think
if you lose, now you got smacked and you got your ass beat. So you gotta be almost like Chris. Like,
I would go on tour and I would talk about how Will Smith beat my ass.
Cause I want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning.